Hi there, welcome to my channel. Just wanted to make a really quick video here. I did sell some options today. I sold a call option on SPY and I sold a put on QQQ. But unfortunately, I did make a little mistake. Now, this mistake didn't cost me any money. Luckily, I'm not going to lose money because of this mistake. But let me just show you guys what I'm possibly going to be making by the end of today and by the end of the week. So by the end of the week, I'm quite surprised about it, but by the end of the week, I estimated that I should make about a little bit over $1,000 this week, especially because of today, since both the S&P and the NASDAQ are rising in value. And so when the S&P 500 rises and you sell a call, the calls become more valuable. And so currently, right now, a call is worth $3.55 times 100. Now, I sold it earlier today, so I wasn't able to get that $3.54. What I ended up getting was $1.74, which turns out to be $174 for selling a call on SPY. And it seems that potentially these shares are going to be called away from me because I sold at the 691 call. So I will be getting a little bit of upside and that premium of $174 because my average cost on my SPY shares, let me show you guys what that is. My average cost here per share is $690.34. So I sold at the 691. So you guys can see that, my upside is capped. If I simply would have just held on to the shares and just sold them off like right now, I could have potentially made over $400. But that's okay. That's how it goes. You just don't know what's going to happen. So that's how it goes. I'm selling calls and I should profit $174 today and a little bit of upside from SPY. Now, let me show you the mistake I made on QQQ. I sold a put this morning on QQQ and, well, I made a mistake. I'm not going to lose any money, hopefully, but let me just show you guys what happened. I'm trying to sell covered calls that expire on the same day. So if I sell a call today or if I sell a put, I want them to expire on the same day. And so earlier today, I sold this put on QQQ. And I don't know if I just wasn't paying attention or, I guess I was just looking at the price. I wasn't really looking at the date. And so what ended up happening is that I sold this put, and this put isn't going to expire until Monday. And I thought it was going to expire today. Well, it doesn't mean I'm going to lose any money. I don't think I will. And on Monday, if this expires above the strike price of 618, as long as QQQ is above 618 by Monday when the market closes, then I should receive this premium of $234. So if we scroll down here, it's $234 in premium. I thought I was going to make $234 like today, So if it would have been that way, $234 from QQQ, $174 from SPY, and $97 from this put I sold earlier this week on Amazon. There it is, $97. So that would have put me at $1,000 for this week from premiums. So I guess maybe I'll make $1,000 until Monday. So, so I guess it is possible, to do the wheel strategy and potentially make at least $1,000 a week. Because so far, I have already made, if we scroll down here, right here, in the past week, I've already made $500. Okay. So with that extra money from QQQ and SPY and the Amazon, that'll put me at over $1,000 in profits. I was hoping by today, but it's going to be until Monday. So, but that's still okay. It just shows me that there is a possibility to make $1,000 per week. Now, if I were to own just some SPY, for example, which is one of the ETFs that I did previously own, I do have it here in a list. Then I have all the NEOS ETFs here in this list. So if I was just holding on to SPY and I put all my money into SPY, I would make about $2,000 per month. So $2,000 per month, just about $500 per week. So now that I see that I'm able to make about $1,000 a week, well, why would I own SPY when I can just sell options myself? Now, there's another ETF from Tap Alpha, which pays a little bit more, which would be T-SPY and TDAC. If I were to own T-SPY and TDAC and put all my money, half and half, T-SPY, TDAC, I would make a little bit over $2,000 per month. But it's not really that much more. It would be like about maybe $2,300 per month. And so since I'm able to generate, potentially $1,000 per week, I think I'm far better off just doing options myself. So I was hoping for $1,000 this week, and it may be $1,000 by Monday. One other thing that I am doing is I am taking my income from my job, and I don't just want to leave it in the bank. I want to put it in here so that at least I can borrow against it. So what I did end up doing is I ended up buying some bill. This is basically like SGov. They're basically the same. So I get paid roughly about $1,000 per week. So I ended up buying $1,000 worth of this ETF, BIL. And it's basically the same as SGov. So if we look here at the past 3 months, as you guys can see, it has this kind of pattern where it goes up, then it resets, and goes up, then it resets. And the reason it does that is because it pays a dividend every month. So for now, I'm going to be holding T-bill and potentially just building up a position here that I can borrow against. And on a red day, because, so far I'm day after day after day, it's been pretty green, right, in the market. The market has been reaching new all-time highs. And so obviously that's not going to happen every single day. Eventually the market will pull back. And so while I'm building a pile of money right here in this T-bill or bill, on a red day, I'm going to deploy that into probably VU. So I have VU on a list over here, right here, Plan B, it says. And here it is, VU. So on a day when the market has a pullback, and it will, there will be a red day. When that happens, I'll be buying $1,000 worth of VOO, or maybe splitting it, 500 into VOO and 500 into SCHG. So that's probably what I'll be doing. So I'm just holding that money there for the red day, which I don't really know when it's going to come, but soon I assume there's going to be a red day. The market can't just go up and up and up day after day. It's been going up now for, it's been doing well since here. So for the past week, it's been doing well. Well, this is a different ETF. Let's go to the S&P 500. So for the past week here, yeah, see, it's been trending up for the past week. And so eventually it'll trend down, eventually it will. Just like here, it trended all the way up here, and then eventually came back down to here, right? So once the S&P 500 stops trending up and it comes back down, I'm probably going to put that $1,000 into VOO and half of it into SCHG. So that's what I'm going to be doing. Thanks for watching. You guys have a great one. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel. I really would appreciate it. God bless. We'll catch you in the next video. Bye.